Trevor, thank you very much for joining us. And first of all, you guys obviously went over to Canada at the beginning of last week. I believe you hit the fire line on Thursday. Just give us a sort of recap of the last week, what it's been like for your crew, I guess acclimatizing and then obviously getting straight into the action and what the conditions have been like.
We hit the line last week, Wednesday, and because of the incredible span that the fire is, basically it's almost 1,000 kilometers long, the entire fire perimeter, and we're down to about 400 left now, and it's massive. I mean, picture from Bloemfontein to Cape Town sort of thing. So we are pretty much spread out all over the place and working with the local crews as well, and it's been really good. It takes a couple of days to get used to the mozzies and the black flies and the different fuel arrangements. We're looking strong. We're getting into routine.
So what the guys are, compared to what the guys are used to fighting forest and fault fires back in South Africa, how has this compared?
It's a little bit different in that we're obviously working in natural forests, and natural forests have got a very different fuel arrangement, as in it looks like pickup sticks inside there. And then muskeg, which is the Canadian peat, we haven't got that back home. But the actual fire and fire behavior and firefighting is very, very similar.
So would you say that the fire has been more fierce or very much what the guys are used to?
We've been very lucky. We've had a downturn in the weather, so we haven't had any seriously active fire behavior until yesterday, and it was in a sector that we weren't on. But obviously, because you're working in such isolated places, safety is very important. And when the fire runs like that, you literally leave it to run. It's not a big deal. You just retreat back to your safety zone and let the fire do its thing until you can get hold of it again.
Now, Trevor, you were saying you back in Winnipeg. Are the majority of the crew still in the Fort McMurray area? Where exactly are the guys at present?
They're based just outside Fort McMurray, and we are falling in under the Fort McMurray Combined Incident Management Team that's in there.
So what are the the Canadian authorities, what are their feelings about this sort of containing the fire and how much longer they think that they'll need to keep the international crews over there?
This sort of fire, I mean, with that vast scale, it's obviously very difficult to give some sort of end date. They don't really know, but you're probably looking at about a month to 2 months for final extinguishment all the way through.